How's it? Today is Wednesday, September 17th. It's a clean and jerk day, and some of today is just a repeat from last week, but some of it is a little bit different, a little bit heavier. And I think that is moving in the direction that I want it to. Back is still feeling pretty good. I got that at the top of my Train Heroic notes there. Back is holding up all right. Um, I I just kind of want to continue doing what I'm doing because it is slowly getting better and better. I think at night it doesn't hurt as much when I kind of am relaxing. I do think like in the morning sometimes when I wake up it's still a little bit painful, but a few weeks just like a few short weeks ago, it was hurting a lot when I was just cooking my food and stuff like that and going to bed like before bed, it was hurting. So now it's just a little bit sometimes when I wake up, and that is, I think, primarily due to it being a little bit colder in the mornings than it has been in like August and July. So, yeah. A little bit about today. The power clean and hang clean power jerk complex up to 106, which is exactly the weight that I did last week. If you remember last week, I said like I don't feel confident in my power clean or even in the hang clean and the power jerk, even though it's a pretty lightweight. And I am trying to incorporate more pulls and more squats to hopefully combat that. Here's my first set. And I feel like it's moving in the right direction. And that is like I'm very grateful for it to be feeling the way that it is. I feel like I've been through enough injuries and rehab and stuff to really see what it's like at the end of the tunnel, but also see what it's like at the beginning of the tunnel. And I am currently right in the middle of it all. So I feel like, the kind of trajectory for something like that is everything feels so dark and bleak at the beginning. In the middle, it feels so exciting. And it feels like you're gaining momentum. And at the end, to be honest, it feels like you totally forgot that you had the injury. And then that is kind of a mechanism for it to reappear in the future. So hopefully I'm a little bit smarter about what I'm doing with my body. But 106 power cleans, hang clean, power jerk today, no misses. I know last week I had a miss, and that is already better, right? Already better today. After that, for my clean deadlifts, I think last week I did 125, something like that, for 3 sets of 3. So today I did 130 for 3 sets of 3 in basically one big set. Well, I mean, not one big set, but like one set with almost no rest. And yeah, I there was a time when I would do like 140 with this pretty easily, and 150 was moving. So hopefully I can get back to that. It doesn't need to be quickly, but safely. That is the goal. To be strong enough to be pulling off of the ground with no hesitation, like 150, 160, maybe even 170. But, you know, like looking back, I'm going to be a little bit negative right now, but looking back at where I was a little bit earlier in the year and definitely last year at this time, I was able to clean and jerk like 135 pretty regularly. And like there's no doubt in my mind that I could do 130. But right now, I don't know if I could do 125. So that is where I'm at. And I can't undo that. Lots of things have led up to me being where I'm at right now. And I'm just trying to work with the lemons I got. And then the rest of the idiom is to make the lemonade. Just so you know. I finished off my accessory work today with dumbbells, my RDLs, dumbbell RDLs, some GHC sit-ups, and then the thing that I was talking about last week that I wanted to throw in, which was the dumbbell overhead walk. I feel like that is I don't know if it's the best accessory, but it is top 2 for me for sure. The other one would be like just standard pull-ups. But dumbbell overhead walks really, really, really trains you to be stable with weight over your head. And it's really strange because you can do it in so many ways. There's so many different articulations from your spine all the way up to your hand. You know, I could move my fingers a little bit, that'll change where the weight is held. I could move my hands a little bit, that'll change where the weight is held. My wrist, of course, orientation is going to matter, like whether I twist or not. And then my elbow, my shoulder blades, and all of these things, all of them have to essentially align for me to hold weight overhead. And whenever you walk, you're inducing kind of an up and down and forward and backwards force, and so you have to stabilize that. So it is a roundabout way to train core, but mostly the overhead stability. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.